So I made it home. There's Lily scratching a good spot. She's checking it out. Yeah, super excited. All right, guys, I'm gonna open this up in the living room. Let's see, y'all ready? I'm super excited to see this thing again. Let's see if I can. They put some of this packaging tape on here that's got that nylon in it. All right, super excited. Let's cut it straight. Alright guys, so I got this from a hobby store, ordered it online through North Carolina. This was one of their display models. So they told me that it has not been rained, it hasn't touched the floor, so forth. So, oh boy, the whole side of this box is nasty. That's part of that UPS shipping. So they said everything should be in the boxes as if it was brand new. So we're going to turn this box around sideways, where you can kind of see here. All right, as I can see. Oh, jeez, man. Let's hope this doesn't get the carpet dirty, because I'd be pissed. I have to shampoo it again. This thing is massive. It weighs 48 pounds, guys. Super excited. Look, oh man, oh my god, look at this thing, it's so massive. Oh baby. All right guys, this is, golly, these must be the wheels. This is a 1/5 scale. Put my hand on it so that way y'all can see. Oh Jesus, these boxes are heavy. That's got to be the wheels. They're 8-inch wheels. I remember measuring them last time. That's the air filter for the engine. This must be the ESC programming module for it. He's got to program the transmitter. Take the top off of it. That way y'all can see how massive this thing is. I'm going to set this down here real quick. You can see my freaking cat can actually ride on top of it. There it is, guys. Oh, this thing is so freaking sweet, man. So sweet. Got the quality control checks on it. That's the exhaust that comes on its stock. It's 32cc 2-stroke. See, now we got to pull it out. Looks like we got some hardware here. Looks like it's got some upgraded knuckles, or no, upgraded wheel hubs. It's got the aluminum wheel hubs instead of the plastic. Of course, I couldn't find the Pro version. The Pro version had an all T6 aluminum roll cage and everything, but this does have the heavy duty frame. It does have, oh, it looks like they did upgrade something here. It's dual servo. Yeah, these are upgraded because it's got the servo plates on it. Nice. The other servo's down there on the side. So let's see. You can get different chain covers for it, or engine covers. This one actually has it's belt driven. You can actually change the sprockets over to chain driven, which is freaking awesome. So, all right, guys, let me get it out the box and set it up. All right, we're not quite there yet. The exhaust, y'all can see I got the chassis laying down here. I haven't got the wheels out. Here's the exhaust. Y'all can see it's gonna mount to the back and it's gonna come off the side under there. My last one though, I got to be careful because we're going to actually remove this resonator box here, so it's actually going to sit flush up there and come off of the rear axle here. It's got, check out the shocks, guys. Well, this thing collected some dust, but adjustable coilover suspension, heavy duty as all get out. But yeah, that's what I like right there, having that upgrade. That's gonna be a nice change right there. Basically, that T6 aluminum helps structurize the stability. Oh yeah, check out that back there, that T6 aluminum bracket there stabilizes for the shocks. It's both front and back, so yeah, this is gonna be wild. Now it's got a break-in period too. There's your fuel on and off. It should have an adjustment screw on the carburetor. Actually, it's got two adjustments over here on the carburetor. There's your idle screw, and then these are going to be for your fuel and air, whichever one's labeled. I can't see it on that side. But it's got to go through a break-in process, which I'm going to find out here. Now, this is the REDCAT Racing's Rampage MT V3 model. So they do have an MT model, which is, you know, it's similar profile, doesn't have the aluminum plate underneath. Basically, when you lift this sucker up, golly, it's freaking heavy. You can see how massive that is. So, oh gee. All right, we're gonna get that set up. I'll piddle with the exhaust here later. I just don't know whether if I should run it with the stock exhaust on it or if I should go ahead and put the aftermarket exhaust on. So we'll see here in a second. But let's go ahead and open up the wheels. That way I can show you how massive the wheels are. Dory, be careful, please. You're all up in here. I know you're investigating. I know you're curious. I know you want to be in the video. Alright guys, look how massive. Here's the keys to lock the wheels. Of course, and then there's the power adapter to charge the battery for the servos. Alright, let's pull out one of the wheels. Alright, so they got the spacer ring. Alright, that's how big the wheel is. This is an 8-inch wheel. I measured it a long time ago, but oh, let me turn it around. That's the inside. Here's the is that the inside or the outside? I can't tell. I think the chrome side, well, they're both chrome. I think it's this side that you're gonna look at, yeah, because of the deep dish and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not 100%. Yeah, okay, yeah, because that's the hub right there, and then that's the outside. So awesome. Dory, grief, cat, just jump in the box. You know you want to. She was so-called eating my box whenever it came in. I wasn't home when it arrived. But all right, now on to setting up the wheels. All right, guys, so I finished putting it together. She's all set up. I got to go out and get a measuring cup for fuel ratio because I have to mix it. When I get time, I'm going to look in the book and make sure to check to see what ratio I have to start out with for the break-in, because you're going to have to start out thick. It only runs on 93 octane. Then after, I think, 4 hours of runtime with no high RPMs, then you move on to a lighter ratio. Then you can go ahead and open it up. So she's all put together, as you can see. What I thought was going to be my workstation is now now a table stand for this truck. Of course, I cleaned up my studio here. I was running 2 PCs up here and 3 monitors and so forth, but I downsized it, and now it's it's sitting down here. But anyhow, so I have the 1/10 scale, and as you can see, as I'm picking this up, I'm going to put it next to this other truck here, if I can fit it without breaking anything or knocking it over, and you can see the difference. So ham size, you can see how my hand's covering the truck, and then you come over here and you see this monstrosity here. Put my hand It's pretty much 2 tires is the size of this truck. So, and these are my electrics, brushless. That one, top one runs on 2S LiPo, about 45 to 50 miles an hour. And this is my 3S LiPo Twister XTG, which I have some aluminum T6 aluminum knuckles coming in and new hubs from the Traxxas. The Traxxas Rustler basically shares similarities with this truck here, but it runs on 3S LiPo. This is a 70 mile an hour plus stadium truck here. So quite a collection I've had over the years. But these have 8-inch tires on them, pretty heavy tires. It is 4-wheel drive. Run through everything again for you. I'll pull the top off since I didn't put the pins in. Oh, and this was not a ESC programmer. ESC programmer has a different jumper wire for this. This is actually a fail-safe. I need to install that. The fail-safe, basically, if the vehicle decided to go out of control and run out of range, this actually has a range limiter on it, so that way it knows when to shut down. So that way you don't lose this. All right, so I'm gonna take the top off again, show y'all. I did add the tuned exhaust on it. So now you can see I took the stock exhaust off, so this is a tuned exhaust. The install wasn't too bad. My fingers do hurt quite a bit because you have to use some Allen keys in here. This is the gear side, and then let me turn it over because I never got to show y'all on this side here. All right, so if I don't drop this. This is the engine side here where you can see the pull string 32cc 2-stroke. There are some other engine options. I've seen people put 87cc Husqvarna chainsaw engines on these, or a steel chainsaw engine. So there are conversion kits to make just in case if this one decides not to last, which I'm hoping it does. I do plan on changing that motor out and putting something a little bit higher tuned in it to get a little bit more fun out of it. Just hopefully the gears and everything will be able to handle it. Here's like I showed earlier, 1 steering servo here, and I think these were, if I'm not mistaken, they were 80 kilograms a piece because of the weight. So both steering servos have to be able to handle turning this thing. This truck weighs about 48 pounds. There is the turn off right there. I don't think it has an on and off switch. Yes, it does. I'm sorry. I forgot. There is a battery. Oops. Let's drop that. That would have been bad. There's a battery for the steering servos. Oh, if I can reach it. It's a 6-volt battery here. I have to open up this box here so I can charge it. Now, that's the only thing that I don't like is every time I need to charge that battery, there is no adapter on the side. I actually have to open this box up every time, disconnect the wire, hook this up to the charger, charge it. But I don't know how often I'll be running this truck since it is massive. It is going to be a lot of fun, but it is going to also be a pain in the ass cleaning it when it gets dirty. So, oh my gosh, and it is extremely heavy to carry. So, oh jeez, I just wedged my skin on the desk. So, I do plan on trying to look for some other upgrades. I may try to look for the T6 aluminum top on here, so that won't be too hard to change out. Just 2 screws on the bottom and 4 pins, and that's it. And this whole roll cage up top comes off. So I think I may change that to the T6 aluminum. That'd be a really nice addition to add. These covers here are extremely expensive. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. That is the monster. I had one of these years ago, and I didn't keep it very long. But this one I do plan on keeping for a very, very long time. So, see if I can get this cover back on. The other thing too is, oh yeah, I had to adjust that bracket right here that you see. This also raises the body, so that way if you can put different tops on there, if you can find different tops, you can order them. They're everywhere for these trucks. This is still a very popular truck. The last one I had was roughly about 8 years ago, 7 to 8 years ago, and they still make it. And I was very happy I was still able to get my hands on it. So, all right. Next video, as soon as I can figure out this damn cover. I think this was the most hardest part about this truck, was getting this cover on here. There we go. So I'll put in my pins here soon, and then I'm going to keep the body locked. I'm going to see too about high rises for these two, because I don't know, it shouldn't get hot enough to hurt this cover here, but it is awfully close to it. And it is kind of touching it, but I don't think it's going to get that hot. So hopefully not. If it does, I'll look for another cover. But all right, guys, that is the REDCAT Racing Rampage MT V3. So you can see how wide it is. Very, very, very wide. As a matter of fact, I think I have one in here, so I can kind of show y'all real quick before we go. I think I did keep one in my drawer. Ah, yes, I did. I keep a lot of wires in here, so for all the computer stuff. Okay, ta-da! Tape measures. That way y'all can get a wonderful idea of how big this thing is. Okay, so we're going to measure the tires. As you can see, we are looking at 8-inch tires. 8-inch. Okay. And that's overall diameter. Inside diameter is roughly about 5 inches. So the truck itself is about roughly, if you can see, about almost 14 inches tall. And the width of the truck is going to be challenging here. So we'll probably just try to give or take. You can always look it up online as well if you actually want to see. We're roughly about, from bumper to bumper, well, now that my thing had fell, I kind of took a glance at it. We're about 28 inches long. And then your width is going to be roughly about 23 and a half inches from, let me see if I hook on. Yep, roughly 23, almost 23 and a half inches, if I can kind of stay on that. So, yeah, roughly about 23 and a half inches. So, but, all right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll get some action videos here going on soon. So I just wanted to show y'all the next generation of gas-powered RC trucks. See y'all later.